Okay, that was part one. Now this is part two. Sorry about the tornado drill, but we had to stay safe. Okay, so we were finished with corresponding angles. And that's just the new term that we haven't really talked about. We just got introduced to alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are inside the parallel lines and opposite of the transversal. So alternate interior are inside the parallel lines and opposite of the transversal. These angles, those angles are congruent. Because as we showed in our discovery, we can rotate this angle to become this angle and rotate this angle to become this angle. This is where I'm going to use the highlighters. This helps. So 4 and 6 are alternate interior angles, and 3 and 5 are alternate interior angles. So angle 4 is congruent with angle 6, and angle 3 is congruent with angle 5. Now when you write the congruent sign, write it like looks like a less than sign, but make that flat there. Just a little picky thing that I have going on. Okay, identify the following. So if this angle is 98 degrees, which one is the alternate interior angle to this angle here? Which one can you rotate and you get the same measurement? Well, that's going to be x. So x is going to equal 98 degrees. Now, in order to get the z and y, we don't know either one of these. But if we know x is 98 and we know this is 98, what previous knowledge do you have in order to find y? Well, you know these are a linear pair or supplementary. So 180 minus 98, okay? That's gonna be 82. All right, so 82, if y is 82, z is 82. Okay, you can also find z first and then find y, but alternate interior. Okay, but together those should equal 180. Z and x equal 180, they're supplementary, and 98 and y. Okay, so next one. Now here's another term that's new. We did alternate interior angles, and now we're going to do alternate exterior angles. And alternate exterior angles are congruent. That's going to be a key word for everything we have here, almost. Now, alternate exterior angles are outside the parallel lines, but still opposite of the transversal. Okay, and these angles are congruent. So they're the ones on the outside, and notice what they did here with this angle measure. They did one here. So this angle measure and this angle measure are congruent. They are the same, just as angle 3 and angle 4. And notice what they did. We had one arc here, we have two arcs here, meaning that these two are not congruent. So that's what they do in geometry to show you that these two are congruent and then these two are congruent. They use the same amount of arcs. All right, so angle 1 is congruent with angle 2. Angle 3 is congruent with angle 4. Okay, so it says here, Julio wants to know if Franklin Way and Chavez Avenue are parallel. Well, we can test that they're parallel, that if we have 130 here, let's look at this. And if that's 130, then this is 130. Oh, wait a minute, but 130 and 40 don't add up to 180. So these two, okay, so it's proving that these are not parallel, and we haven't really discussed this. These are proving that it's not parallel. If that's 130, and that's 130 based on corresponding angles, but also alternate exterior, that's going to be 130. But then this 130 and this 40 don't add up to 180. So the numbers explain your answer. So I would say the numbers 130 degrees and 40 degrees, I really should say the measurement, do not form a linear pair or are not supplementary or don't add up to 180, however you want to say that. So the streets are not parallel. So if you want to say the numbers, the measurements 130, 130 degrees, and 40 degrees don't add up to 180, the streets are not parallel, that's fine. But what they're doing here is proving to see if they're parallel or not. But since they don't add up to 180, they aren't going to be parallel. Okay, same side interior angles. Again, this one is new. Same side interior angles, these two together, I don't know if you can figure this out here, but if you look back at your other notes, these two together, when this was 82 and 98, do you notice what they add up to be? This was 35 and this is 145. Same side interior, if you noticed it, they do add up to 180. So same side interior angles are supplementary. Same side interior angles are inside the parallel lines and are on the same side of the transversal. These angles are supplementary. So angles 4 and 5, angles 4 and angles 5 add up to 180. Angles 3 and angle 6 add up to 180. So there's going to be a lot of ways you can find the measurement of all the angles. There's so many relations. So identify the following. If this is 130, we could do it by alternate interior or same side. If this is 130, then this needs to be 50 in order to add up to 180. If that's 50, this has to be 130. So there's a lot of ways you can tell, but same side interior, these two together add up to 150. So x is going to equal 130, y is going to equal 50. And notice they had different arcs. This had 2 arcs, this has 3. That just means that they don't have the same measure. Now, these two should have the same amount of arcs. That should be 1 and that should be 1. Same side exterior angles. Now, exterior angles, so same side exterior, to where that is also going to be, same side exterior, that's also going to be supplementary. So same side exterior angles are outside the parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. Those angles are supplementary. So if angle 1 is certain degrees, angle 7, adding angle 7 will equal 180 degrees. So if angle 1 is 100, find the measure of angle 7, use the diagram to the left. If angle 1 is 100, angle 7 is going to be 80 degrees. Okay? So same side exterior, same side interior, alternate exterior. We have a lot of terminology. Alternate interior. Ooh, I must not have written down. This needs to be congruent. Sorry if I left that blank. Must have corresponding angles. Parallel lines. So there's a lot of terminology with this unit. Okay? All right, make sure you've written those, and then I'm going to give you the practice sheet that you can apply all of these. Thank you.